Welcome to Adler Arena here on the campus of Penn State Altoona for the 18th annual Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic featuring the best seniors from Central Pennsylvania going up against the best seniors from Blair County. I'm referee Rich from WRTA Radio and Altoona Lightner Communications. With me, Bernie Jubeck. Bernie is the radio color commentator on the NEC Front Row streaming service for St. Francis University basketball. Bernie, nice to be back with you. Here we are again.
Hey, Rich, quick year, wasn't it?
Very quick. Very quick year indeed for both high school and college. And, you know, Bernie, this is always a game where we try to have a lot of fun. The kids for both teams get to play together now on this venue at this site. And they don't get to play together very much. They're usually playing against each other. But this is that game where they get to unite for a week, and who knows, you might have a lasting friendship just after a week.
Well, Rich, you know, they're friends all the time. I mean, they compete while they're on the court, but afterwards, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if they go out together sometimes, you know, and go for a pizza or something like that. But this is a fun way to end the season. You know, you got to give a lot of credit to Tom Riley, who started the whole thing in honor of his father, and then the Altoona Mirror under New Rudell, who continued it. And it's just been a good thing for area basketball.
It is great. And, you know, it's so hard, you know, to pick a team of 12, especially for the Central PA team, because you have so many schools. Blair County is not limited, but they only have 8 schools. But they seem to like the challenge every year. And, you know, the format used to be just Blair against Cambria County, but the Mirror has a wider coverage area, so they include most, if not all, of those schools. And it's still a great, great time. And, again, most of these kids won't play after they're in this game. So it's one last hurrah for a lot of them. Some of them will go to college and play. Some of them will go to college and not play. Some of them will go to the trades or just plain go to work or maybe even the military.
Well, it's interesting, Rich, as you said, and we'll talk about that as the time goes on. But obviously, you know, you and I would both agree that sports and any extracurricular activity does a lot for a person. And with some of the things that these young ladies want to do, and the young men in their careers, I think, you know, the sports help them become successful and become more successful in that most important game of all, the game of life.
All right, we're going to turn it over now to the PA announcer, and we'll introduce all the players for tonight's game.
English. Staying in that, she's second on Cambria Heights' career scoring chart with 1,650 points. Number 3, Sienna Kirsch. A 2-sport standout, she constructed quite a career in State College. Number 10, Jessica Hawbaker. Bears can beat a full house, but this one did for Central Cambria. These twins led the Red Devils to the PIAA quarterfinals. Let's meet Elena and Abigail Sheehan. One of the best programs in P6 has been Penn's Manor. This versatile Comet is headed to play at Shippensburg. Number 15, Alexis Lumbaugh. Her teammate is a 1,000-point scorer who averaged 18 points a game as a senior. Number 5, Alyssa Ultimus. This 5'9" gem did it all for Black Neck Valley, becoming the school's all-time scoring leader with 1,600-plus points. Number 33, Kristen Shimshaw. Another all-time scoring leader and 2-year captain. This one from Huntington Area High School. Number 1, Lily Fiskus. Our final Central PA player led Bishop Fort to the Class 2A title game. The Lady Crushers' career 3-point leader. Number 12, Tammy Beckler. The assistant coaches for Central PA are Chad Kasumchak and Justin Lamantia, all from Penns Manor. Our Central PA head coach just finished his 13th season at Penns Manor, where his teams have been a consistent winner. He's won 234 games, played in 3 PIAA semifinals, 2 Elite Eights, and 1 a District 6 title. He's also won 4 Heritage Conference championships and was the 2024 Indiana Gazette Coach of the Year. Please welcome Jason Meloser. And now let's meet the Blair County team. Called the Heart and Soul of Tyrell Lady Eagles, number 2, Elena Green. Team captain of the state champion, Eugene Lady Marauders, number 15, Riley Goffus. Carrying close to a double-double for the Central Lady Dragons, number 1, Jessa Boyle. Staying in the code, the 4-year letter winner and double figure for Central, number 20, Mara Dixon. A basketball and a golf standout in Bellwood Annis. She's headed to play most sports at Waynesburg, number 3, Leah Lepper. Another team leader for the Bellwood Lady Blue Devils, number 22, Jenna Norton. Part of 4 District 6 Class 5A champions at Holliesburg. She returned from an ACL injury, number 33, Alyssa Hines. A double-figure scorer at Williamsburg, who is set to play at Juniata College, number 13, Anastasia Rinaldi. Point guard and a 3-year starter who provided leadership for the Lady Tigers, number 12, Lauren Stevenson. Injured late in the season, but making a return tonight, a double-figure scorer and a solid contributor for the Altoona Lady Lions, number 24, Lainey Wilkes. 2024 Mirror Player of the Year and the Lady Tigers leading scorer. She's headed to play at IUP, number 5, Bella Bent. Our final player is Altoona's career 3-point leader who helped lead the Lady Lions to their first Mid-Penn Conference championship, number 11, Milana Iyer. Blair County's assistant coach is Casey Will of Altoona Area High School and formerly the head coach here at Penn State Altoona. Blair County's head coach guided the Lady Lions to a 24-3 record and a Mid-Penn Conference championship. His 6-year record at Altoona is 101 wins and 44 losses. A former player at Holliesburg and Mount Aloysius, he's coached at Bellwood, Holliesburg, and now at Altoona. He's a 2-time Mid-Penn Coach of the Year selection. Tonight's Blair County head coach is Chris Flegel. The officials for tonight's game are Marae Byrne, Courtney Ciceri, and Emma Musser. And at this time now, would you all please rise, remove your caps for our national anthem being sung by Lily Burrow Kelly from Bishop Guilfoyle Academy.
All right, well, there you have it, our national anthem and our starting lineups. Well, not our starting lineups, our roster announcements for tonight. Again, our game brought to you here on local cable, and the presenting sponsor of the game is Guy J. Landolfi, certified public accountant for all your accounting and tax needs. Talk to Guy Landolfi, our presenting sponsor of the 18th annual Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic. Well, Bernie, there's one rule in this game. Have a lot of fun.
Shoot,
and have a lot of fun, and play your best defense if you can, and try to get used to your teammates because they don't have a lot of time together, and so they're pretty much thrown together, have a couple practices, and you come here and play.
Yep, that's it. Last year, the Central PA girls beat the Blair County girls 77-64, and Central PA leads the series 11-6.
So we're going to have the I keep bringing the wrong pen to these games. You think I'd have this down by now.
I think you should know
I
what
try
you're
to
doing,
do everything.
Rich.
I try to do everything color coordinated, and I can never get it right. And we have a couple of number changes, it looks like. Well, then again, maybe not. All right, the ball's in the air. Tap is controlled by Blair County, and we're underway. Bella Vent with the ball from Hollidaysburg. Into the corner to Riley Goffis of Bishop Guilfoyle. Back to Vent. Laney Wilt at the top of the circle. Vent comes to the middle. Now comes to the left to Lauren Stevenson. Hollidaysburg teammate Goffis, top of the circle to Laney Wilt. Laney on the wing, left side. Iyer for three. A long shot off the front of the rim, and the rebound taken out of the air by Central PA's Alexis Mumau. Up ahead to Alexis Altimus, and the shot in the corner from Kristen Smisnak. I knew I was going to botch that up, but we'll get it eventually. Riley Goffis down low has her shot blocked, and it is Kristen Shimshak taking the rebound out. Kristen is from Blacklick Valley.
Both teams, Richard said, have to play man-to-man defense. And again,
Pass
you're gonna
down
see a
low.
lot of going up and down the floor.
Stolen. Blair County comes back with it. Vent gets it out to Wilt. Long three on the way and is good for Laney Wilt. And Laney gets the first basket of the night for either team, and it's 3-0 for Blair County.
Laney's mom's the assistant coach at Altoona, Casey, former Casey Shout.
Number 10 with the ball, Jessica Hawbaker from State College, and the pass goes down low. And the shot is missed inside by Alyssa Altimus. And on the rebound, we have a jump ball. It'll stay with Central Pennsylvania. Now, at some point, I'm going to call them Cambria County, but it's really Central Pennsylvania. So we're just underway here in the first quarter with Central PA leading by a score of 3-0. Mumau out at the top of the circle. Hands it off to Cammie Bepler of Bishop McCourt. They were just in the Class 2A state final several weeks ago against Berlin Brothers Valley. So that was a real local and regional state final down in
And Berlin Brothers,
Giant
they're
Center.
very young, Rich, right?
Yeah, they are, apparently. No seniors here tonight. So that says to me they got everybody coming back. Shimshak shot from the top of the circle, missed, and the rebound taken down by Melina Iyer of Altoona. She gets it up to Lauren Stevenson, and it's stolen away. And going the other way is Jessica Hawbaker of State College. Now over on the wing to Alyssa Altimus. She stopped on her drive to the basket. Riley Goffis with great defense, and coming up and taking the ball from behind, Laney Wilt. Cross-court pass now to Iyer for a long three, and that shot is no good from Elena Iyer. Goes out of bounds. It will be Central PA ball.
You're not going to have to worry if there was a shot clock, Rich. You won't have to worry about a shot clock the way they go up and down the floor and shoot the basketball.
I don't think there is one here
No,
tonight,
no.
Bernie. So we never use it here at this game, which is good because I don't like the shot clock rule or the idea for high school.
Well, this is an all-star game, so they're not going to have to worry about it too much.
No,
anyhow.
not tonight. Altimus with it. Into the corner now to Hawbaker. Bounce pass inside. Down low, Hawbaker cuts through the lane, and the pass from Mumau may have been kicked ever so slightly by Blair County. It's going to stay with the red-clad Central PA team with 7.5 minutes to go in the quarter. It's 3-0.
Yeah, Mumau from Penns Manor averaged 12 points, 8.5 rebounds a game. Going to Shippensburg University, majoring in early childhood education. 5'10", big, strong young lady.
Kristen Shimshaw hits the basket for Central PA, and it's 3-2, and up the other way. A layup is missed by Blair County, taken away by Central PA, and now the Central PA team brings the ball up. Alexis Mumau out there with some multicolored sneakers. Boy, you can't miss her out there. Bright colored shoes. Shot on the wing is missed by Bepler, and Blair County with the rebound. Iyer with it. Up ahead to her Altoona teammate Wilt. Stopped inside the arc, back out top to vent. Bella steps back for three, long way here at the campus. There are three distinctive three-point lines, and that one was missed by Blair County, and Central PA back with it. Bepler on the right side for three. Cammie misses. Rebound to Bella Vent for Blair County. Runs the other way, does Bella. Gives it off to Melissa Iyer. Iyer down the lane, uncontested, up with a floater with the right hand, and it goes for Melina Iyer.
You know, it's nice early on seeing, Rich, how they played together. You know, passing the ball to the open person, cut to the basket, and really, you know, playing well as a team.
5-2 Blair County with 6:19 to go here in the first quarter. Mumau, nice cut down the lane, and the basket is going to go for Alyssa Ultimus. Beautiful give and go there, Bernie. They worked it well, and they're going to get the old-fashioned three-point opportunity.
Yeah, Ultimus, the daughter of Eric and Carol, undecided on a school, but wants to major in secondary education. She loves art, and she's also a softball player, Rich.
Well, it's nice that most of these athletes do play multiple sports. Bernie, we always said a multi-sport athlete is the best. Nothing wrong with playing a single sport.
Absolutely.
But most high school kids play two, sometimes three sports. Up ahead, Blair County tries to get a headman pass.
Well, Rich, you probably agree. Small schools, the kids have to play.
They have to, yeah.
Well, I don't not say have to, but
Well, if they want teams, they have to.
The opportunity is there, right?
Because there are some really tiny schools in our region. We all know that. Bella Vent now with it, drives to the foul line, down the lane, in the paint, kicks it back out. Iyer, fake to three, down the lane, up with the shot, blocked by Central PA, and we're going to get two free throws. Kristen Shimshak picks up the foul, and it'll be two shots for Melina Iyer. And we will get a new substitution of 5 for Blair County here in a minute. Iyer's first free throw is good, and it's now 6-4. Melina with 3. 5 new players coming in. Well, 4, and we'll get a free throw here, and if she hits.
Yeah, Rich, you talk about the coaches. Chris Flegel is 6th year at Altoona. 101-44 is his record. And again, his wife, one of the assistant superintendents, I believe, at the school. But Chris, great year this year. Won the Mid-Penn, 24-3. And, you know, you couldn't ask for much more other than to maybe go on a little bit and do a little bit better. But he has some good players come up the ranks, I can tell you that.
We have a brand new quintet for Blair County. We'll get those names in a minute. Bepler goes down the lane, and the pass is knocked away by one of those new players. It was Mara Dixon of Central.
And Penn's Banders coach Jason Meloser is his 13th season, 234 and 100. Made the semifinals, Rich, as you alluded to, and played 3 PIA semifinals and twice in the Elite 8.
Pass down low for Alyssa Ultimus, and she hits. She's got 5 of the 7 points for Central PA, and we're tied at 7 with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter from Adler Arena. That is Raynali with it. She is from Williamsburg, out front to Leah Clapper of Bellwood Annis. On the wing, long shot for 2. Put up by Jenna Norton of Bellwood is no good. And Central PA rebounds right down the lane. Comes Alexis Mumau, and she missed. Shot was partially blocked. Blair County brings the ball back the other way.
I'll tell you, it was a lot of fun. Alyssa Himes shot and obviously missed the layup, but, you know, a lot of fun watching her play. I coached her. Her father was one of my first players when I was coaching at Olliesburg. But this young lady came from some adversity, you know, was hurt and came back. And I'll tell you what, a heck of a defensive player, great anticipator, and, you know, plays the game the right way.
Blair County steals the ball after the missed 3 by Central PA. Raynali gets it over on the wing, and the three-point shot is off the side of the rim for Mara Dixon, but the rebound is put back up and in by Anastasia Raynali of Williamsburg, and we have a whistle and a stoppage of play to get 5 new players in for Central PA. It's 9-7 Blair with 4:37 to go in the first quarter.
Rich, when I saw Alyssa play, you know, quite a bit this past year, I told her she got her athletic talent from her mother, Angela, not from David, you know. She did a little chuckle about that. She's going to Pitt, majoring in business. Good for her.
Absolutely. Again, a lot of these kids will move on to the collegiate level, probably as students. Many maybe not as athletes, but nothing wrong with that either. So this will be the last game for many of these accomplished athletes. Going down the lane was Abigail Sheehan, and we're going to have a foul on the wing from Blair County, and that will be Anastasia Raynali, her first. And we'll keep track of the team fouls here, but probably won't become a factor in the game. With the ball now is Sienna Kirsch of Cambria Heights, and she gives it off to Lily Fiskus. Out top, three-pointer on the way for Madison Peterson is no good. It goes harmlessly out of bounds. Madison hails from Glendale High School, and the ball will come over to Blair County.
And that's the other thing, Rich, you say some of these players play in smaller gyms, and so the background isn't as expanded as it is here at Penn State Altoona.
Very wide open here. Raynali gets it off to Alyssa Heim. Alyssa in the lane from about 12 feet out, and Alyssa Heim hits the bucket.
Basket by Alyssa Heim.
We'll get back to Alyssa in a minute here and talk about her dad a little bit. As Central PA nearly throws it out of bounds. That is one of the Sheehan twins out there. That would be Abigail. Now they give it off to Sienna Kirsch. Sienna drives down the lane off the side of the glass. Rebound comes off to Blair County's Jenna Norton of Bellwood, and she'll bring it up across midcourt. Go to the right side to Mara Dixon. Mara drives down the lane into the paint off the bottom of the glass, and the rebound taken out of the air by Sienna Kirsch of Cambria Heights.
Cambria Heights pretty well represented, right? 3 people.
Cambria Heights?
Or no, I'm sorry.
Central Cambria's got 3.
I,
and there goes a pass out of bounds
my
by
first mistake.
Madison Peterson, and that's the only one you're allowed, by the way.
Okay.
So no more.
You take a demerit from me.
Oh, full detention. All right, back to the action at hand. Blair County with the ball. That is Anastasia Raynali. She makes the all-name team. Very beautiful name. Alyssa Heim down low to Raynali. She's left alone, and she hits it off the side of the rim from about 4 feet out. And Central Cambria. I knew I was going to do it. Central PA takes
Watch what you say about her, Rich. She wants to be a lawyer. She's going to junior college. Wants to be a lawyer. Majoring in political science, she said.
That would be Sienna Kirsch down the lane with a pretty move. She gets it all the way to the basket, and she lays it in.
Basket by Sienna.
And we're tied at 9 with 2.5 minutes to go. First quarter out front, Leah Clapper with it. Hands the ball off to Jenna Norton to Alyssa Heim. Into the corner now. Down low to Clapper. She goes down low, banks it off the glass. And we've got a basket for Leah Clapper, and it's now 13-9 for Blair County.
That's good basketball right there, Rich. 2-person basketball, good cut, good pass.
Sheehan with it out on the wing, gives it off to Kirsch. Kirsch drives down the lane, up with the left hand, too strong. Off the glass, Raynali rebounds for Blair County. Outlet to Alyssa Heim. Nice pass up ahead to a cutting Jenna Norton, wide open to the basket. Beautiful play there, Bernie. She hit her in stride and got the easy layup.
That's the unselfishness of Alyssa Heim. She sees the floor, and she pushes it up and makes some good plays.
And a nice drive down the lane by Lily Fiskus for Central PA to take the lead. And now new substitutions for Blair County. Coming in is Elena Green of Tyrone. Back is Bella Vent.
You ever done a hockey game, Rich?
No.
I was going to say
This is about what it's like.
Yeah.
Only in hockey, they don't stop to substitute.
Right.
Sometimes they do. Bella Vent drives the lane. She shoots and scores, and she'll get a three-point play.
I'll tell you, Rich, watching Bella, she has the control of her body almost as good as any player I've seen at Hollidaysburg. You know, she gets bumped a lot, and she has that concentration to make the basket and get to the foul line.
Well, it seems that Hollidaysburg has had a number of those types of players, Bernie, over the last 7 or 8 years for the girls team. Just have that one guard that can do it all.
Yeah, she's the last year the Altoona Mirror Player of the Year, and won 2 IUP, and
Lily Fiskus with a long three. That's an air ball, and the rebound comes off to Elena Green. Up ahead, pass for Vent. Bella in the middle to the blocks to the paint. Shot is short, and the rebound taken out of the air by Gracie Vinglish of Cambria Heights. Stolen away by Vent. She's double teamed, looking for her teammates. Gets it to Raynali.
She's got great anticipation of,
she does.
To play ahead.
She really does. Down low, the pass to Raynali, left alone. She could have went in and banked it in. There was nobody around her. She gets her own miss, puts it back a second time, misses again, and Central PA rebounds. Got to make those shots, Burn. I know it's only it's a fun game, but you got to make those shots.
You're right, Rich. I agree with you 100%.
Out front, that is Abigail. Got to call her Abigail, and there's a story behind that. And going to the basket, making the shot is Sierra Kirsch, and that's going to be a three-point opportunity for Sienna Kirsch. And the Blair County foul will go against Laney Will. Yes, so that'll be Laney's first.
So you talk about Sienna Kirsch, undecided on school, according to the bio that she put down, but she said her parents and her grandpa have been her inspiration because of the support they've given her throughout her years of playing sports.
Free throw is missed. Bella Vent comes back up with it, but it's taken away by Sienna Kirsch. Sienna down the lane, up with the right-hand shot. Missed it. Fiskus, the putback shot block. Third time for Sheehan. Now it's a fourth try for Fiskus. She misses, but it'll be another two-shot foul as Blair County watched Central PA get 3 rebounds there, Bernie, and 4 misses.
Yeah,
And
talk about Lily, the most points in girls basketball history at Huntington, 1,234 points. First team Laurel Highlands Conference. She wants to major in biochemistry. She wants to either be a pediatric medicine or get into optometry. So you're talking about a young lady that, again, sets a goal and obviously is pretty smart.
You know, Bernie, we've had a lot of these players over the years in this game go on to the medical field, and that just says a lot about their upbringing and their education and their terrific school records.
I'll speak from experience, Rich. You got to be nice to those people because you never know when you're going to need them.
Bellavent drives down the lane and lays it in. It's now 20-14 for Blair. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Sheehan with it into the corner. Long 3 for Cammie Beppler, and she hits from deep in the corner. Cammie Beppler.
No, I don't think she made that, Rich.
Okay, it was an air ball then.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon. I thought it went through.
I thought it hit the net. Yeah.
Looked good.
They didn't take it out of the net.
All right. So we'll take a break here for the end of the first quarter, and the timeout, and the score is Blair County leading 20-14. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a few seconds. All right, welcome back to the Adler Athletic Complex. If you didn't go away, well, we're still here. Coming into the second quarter, it is Blair County 20, Central PA 14. Coming up at halftime, Bernie and I are going to talk with our honorary captain for our ladies game here tonight, Krista Thomas Ream. Krista, a former player at Altoona High and Duquesne University. And we'll get Krista's take on how the game has changed from when she was an Altoona Lady Lion who won a state championship under Coach Artenio to where the game is today.
And Duquesne University as well.
And Krista and her husband, Brian, just watched their 2 sons go through Bishop Guilfoyle Academy, and unfortunately for their son Trevor, had to miss his entire senior year with a knee injury, and that really took the starch out of what was a promising year for Bishop Guilfoyle, even though they still made it to the second round of the playoffs, Bernie. Without Trevor Ream, with Trevor Ream in there, they may have made a run.
Well, Rich, every team unfortunately ends up with a loss, and but I agree with you. I saw him the other day, and he's a big body and
he
a
is
heck of a player, and we'll talk more about him.
All right, Blair County has the ball to start the second quarter, and driving down the lane is Elena Green.
She's better get used to this. Of course, she's coming to Penn State Altoona, undecided in the major.
Well, and she better get used to it. That's all you got to do. Central PA with the ball now. Hawbaker back with it. Down the lane goes Hawbaker, gives it back out to Alyssa Altimus. She gets it back in the corner. Altimus drives down, stopped. The long 3 on the way from the top of the circle from Elena Sheehan is no good. Blair County rebound. Stevenson up ahead to a long 3 from Iyer, and it's an air ball for Alyssa. And again, Bernie, you're right. Maybe just not accustomed to a wide openness yet.
The background, And I'll tell you what, Rich, seeing Lauren Stevenson, she rebounds. She's 5'3", but I'll tell you what, she's like, she's a spark plug, a fire plug. But she looks up the floor and gets the ball up the floor once again, as well as any player that Holliesburg has had. And she really, I think, was the glue for the team. She got it to the right people at the right time. And I think she was really kind of a quiet leader, but she led by example with her hustle.
Found one against Melena Iyer of Blair County, so Central PA retains the ball into the corner. Now that is driving through the lane, putting up a runner was Jessica Hawbaker. She got her own rebound off the miss and put it in. And it's now 22-16.
Someone said she's a heck of a softball player, Rich Hawbaker.
Well, apparently so. The ball is kicked away near midcourt. On the floor, it's loose. Fumble! And it's picked up by Central PA. Hawbaker with it again. Down the lane. Passes it off to Altimus. Her fall away. Bank shot is good for Alyssa Altimus. And Central PA clawing their way back. It's now 22-18.
Yeah, she averaged 18 points a game. Also close to 19 and 7 rebounds a game for Penn's Manor.
Lauren Stevenson out on the wing, left side three. Air ball completely over the rim. Easy rebound for Alexis Mumau. Up ahead goes to Ultimus. Out to the top of the circle. Three for Hawbaker. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound picked up by Mara Dixon of Central. Up ahead, that is Melissa Iyer with it. Melissa with a nice jump shot from the left side, about 12 feet out. Pretty jump shot there from Iyer. Great form and a perfect release. And it's 24-18 for Blair County.
See these players play. I mean, they keep their head up. I mean, they're very sound, and obviously that's what got them this far to be able to play.
Nice move to the basket by Alexis Mumau. She missed the shot, missed the second attempt. Blair County rebounds. It's Iyer down the lane. Fakes one way, but the ball goes the other way to try to lay it up. Missed it. Rebound Central PA. Up ahead to Kira Link. Kira down the lane. Lost it off her leg and out of bounds. And Bernie, Kira Link, number 14, and Abigail Sheehan, number 4 from Central PA, were guests recently on my television show, The Zone, along with their coach. I call her Brittany Sedlock. It's Brittany Bracken, and they were all on my show recently, and what a delightful time we had talking about Central Cambria basketball, which is now one of the premier programs in District 6. So good for them and good for the Lady Red Devils, and thank them again for being on my show. Shot down low by Dixon was blocked, taken out of the air by Central PA. Up ahead, cutting to the basket is Mumau. Turns and shoots and scores.
Great catch in traffic.
Alexis Mumau.
And it's now 24-20, 6:47 to go. Rapidly moving second quarter. Iyer gets it off out front to Boyles to Lauren Stevenson. Lauren drives the lane, soft off the glass. It turned out to be a little too strong, and the rebound comes off to Alyssa Ultimus. Up ahead, cutting to the basket is Link. And Kara Link will get 2 free throws. She was fouled.
I hear, Rich, when you know that you're out of your league, ask Laura what her favorite class is. AP, probability, stats. All right, I don't even know how to spell that.
Don't look at me.
Shooting 2.
I quit spelling the day I graduated school. And free throw is good by Kira Link. No teacher wants to hear that, though, right?
Well, should I tell the people, the viewers, that I
go
had
ahead.
that class?
No, go ahead. You're going to say
Very
what? What? No, this light bulb was pretty dim. That's why I sat next to the door. Quick exit. Link makes both free throws. And it's back now down to a 2-point game, 24-22. Blair leading with less than 6.5 minutes to go in the half. Bellavent with it, drives the lane. Foul line, paint, blocks Goffus from about 15 feet. Riley Goffus with the basket. Riley was a big part of Bishop Guilfoyle's back-to-back state championships.
Yeah, she was real excited, Richard. She filled out the questionnaire saying that she wants to go to a Catholic school, college first, become a physician's assistant, but she really was excited about that state championship that they won.
No, you know how much it means to the seniors, Bernie, and it meant even more to her because she was the only senior on the BG roster. Mm-hmm. So the Lady Marauders have all that firepower coming back for the next 2 years. Central Pennsylvania with the ball. It's 26-22 for Blair. 5:45 to go in the first half. Pass inside for Mumau down low. A nice turnaround shot again. She has perfected that shot here, Bernie. And
I'll tell you what, she's a very strong player. I mean,
she
inside,
is.
I mean,
Yep.
Hard to stop, very long.
Up ahead, Blair County with it. Bent with it. Gives it off to Laney Wilt. Back to Bent on the left wing. Bella launches for 3 and hits it. She's pretty good at that.
Yeah, she shoots the ball very well, Rich. There's no doubt about that.
A lot of that over the past 2 years from Bellavent from Hollidaysburg.
You can tell she worked at her game, and again, IUP is a good choice for her. I think she's going to do well.
It's a great choice, an IUP's program, nationally known. So that's a terrific choice for schools up there. Plus, they've got an A1 facility to boot.
Yes, they do.
Got a foul on that attempted shot. And a Bellavent will pick up the foul. And to the line will go State College's Jessica Hawbaker for 2. 5:01 to go in the first half. It's 29-24 Blair.
Yeah. Hawbaker plays softball, as I said, and going to Penn State, majoring in kinesiology.
Mike Marshall, remember him?
I do.
Pitcher for the Dodgers. He was a kinesiology major. I used to know what that was the study of, and I don't anymore. Has something to do with the elbow?
The body.
Well, gee, something to do with the body. somewhere in the body,
I think
right?
you sat next to the door too long.
That's why I did sit next to the door, just for that very reason. One free throw is good. It's 29-25 halfway through the second quarter. Up the court come the Blair County Hoopsters. Down the lane goes Vent all the way to the basket. Missed the layup. Goffis fights for the rebound. It's on the floor. Fumble. Look at Bella Vent diving on the floor. And that's what also she did a lot of for the past 2-3 seasons for Hollidaysburg. She's not afraid.
Well, again, you're right about that, Rich. And she, again, that great anticipation of knowing where the ball is and knows for the basketball.
Lily Fiskus gets it over to Shimshak. Kristen Shimshak drives to the lane on the paint, gives it back to Fiskus. Lily drives the baseline, stopped there by Laney Wilt. Inside pass, knocked away, stolen away by Blair County. Up ahead to Alyssa Heim. Alyssa with a pass down low for Goffis. It was kicked away. No whistle there. It went off the foot of one of the Central PA players, and back up the way comes Central PA. Pass inside, stolen by Riley Goffis. Pass up ahead to a cutting Heim. Up to the basket, shoots and scores.
Nice pass on Alyssa getting out on the lane and getting back to Blackman Valley's Kristen Shimshak. She is going to Chatham, playing basketball at Chatham, measuring in exercise science.
Fiskus missed a three, but Central PA gets the rebound with Sienna Kirsch. And a long three from the top of the circle falls short from Madison Peterson of Glendale, and it'll come over to Blair County.
And Madison's going to St. Francis Early Childhood Education, Rich.
A lot of kids staying close to home, it sounds like. All right, so Blair County with the ball now, and they have a 6-point lead with 3:50 to go in the half. 31-25. Down low, pass too strong for Goffis as Bella Vent loaded up with one arm and rifled that pass down low. I don't think either one of us could have caught that ball.
Well, Rich, I think you could have.
No. Fiskus with it across midcourt, picked up there by Laney Wilt.
Ooh.
Driving to the basket, Beppler, she stops from 15 feet, misses. Wilt gets the rebound for Blair County, outlet to Vent. Bella runs the floor up ahead to Riley Goffis. Riley off the glass, too strong. Rebound taken out of the air by Bella Vent. She is all over the place. Long three for Wilt, front of the rim, no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Clapper, and down low, the pass goes to Vent. Bella left all by herself, lays it in.
You know, Rich, that's what you'd like to see in an all-star game, just the unselfish play, you know, make that one extra pass, get it to the open person, and that's a lot of fun to watch.
And Bernie, for not having a lot of practice time, they look pretty seasoned on these passing plays.
Well, I'd say they probably see each other in the summer quite a bit, that's for sure.
That's true. Don't see that very much. Top of the circle, long three for Beppler again from Bishop McCourt, missed it, and Alyssa Heim rebounds for Blair County. They can take a double-digit lead here. Up ahead, Clapper, in from 8 feet, hits the front of the rim. Riley Goffis fighting for the rebound, lost out of bounds, knocked away by Cammie Beppler. It'll stay with Blair County. With 2:41 to go in the half, it's 33-25, Blair. Blair's pretty much had its way in the first half here, Bernie. They've had the lead throughout.
Talked about Clapper going to Waynesburg, majoring in business at Waynesburg.
And Alyssa Heim driving through the lane. She lays it in with a beautiful floater from about 4 feet in front of the basket, and it is a 10-point lead for Blair County. Central PA with the ball now. Fiskus drives right to the foul line, misses the jumper. Rebound taken out of the air by Peterson. Gives it over on the wing to Kirsch. Pass inside, knocked away, picked up by Laney Wilt of Blair County. Outlet to Heim. Alyssa runs the floor up ahead to Riley Goffis. Her shot blocked. Looked like a pretty good block, but Kristen Shimshak will pick up the foul, and Riley Goffis will get 2 free throws for Blair County.
But again, hey, get out and run, Rich. That's the exciting part about the game. You get out and run, and you hit the open person, have some fun.
Riley Goffis at the line from Bishop Guilfoyle. Again, the Lady Marauders winning back-to-back state championships as Riley hits the first free throw.
How about this, Rich? Riley, she plays volleyball and rugby.
Ooh. Rugby?
Pretty tough character.
That's a tough sport. Riley hits the free throw, and Blair County with an 11-point advantage here. 36-25. She'll come out if she hits the free throw. She does, and she will.
And there's not many male or females that can say they've won 2 state championships.
Not many, and Riley has 2 medals to her name and forever linked now with the 9 titles that Bishop Guilfoyle has in their trophy case. Out front, that is Fiskus with it. Over on the wing to Cammie Beppler. Long three for Cammie from the left side, and she gets it to go. So finally for Cammie Beppler, she's been trying those all night.
Yeah, Cammie's going to Seton Hill, majoring in nursing, playing basketball there.
37-28, Blair with the lead. Again, more medical students. It's
And I'll
great to
tell you,
see.
Coach John does a great job at McCourt, doesn't he, Rich?
Jenna Norton for three on the left side. It's missed. Rebound taken out of the air by Lily Fiskus, and she's going to run the ball up the court. Lily from Huntington. Down low to Shimshak. Kristen drives the lane up from the left side of the blocks from 10 feet. It's good. Kristen, good for Shimshaw, and it's now 37-30.
Nice spin move and then, off the dribble jump shot for Kristen. Very nice.
37-30 with 1:15 to go in the half. Boyles with it. That's Dessa Boyles of Central on the wing. Out top now to Elena Iyer. Down the lane. Splits the defense. Goes softly off the glass, and she banks it in.
Well, she's not afraid to take the ball to the basket, is she, Rich?
Nope. She's got 8 points, and the lead is 9. And speaking of that, going right to the hoop was Cammie Beppler of Bishop McCord. She beat the entire defense, and it's 39-32. 45 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, most of them are 1,000-point scorers that are playing this game, Rich.
A lot of talent on this
Beppler
floor.
is one of them.
Pass inside, knocked away by Fiskus, but picked up by Elena Green of Tyrone. She gives it off to Melissa Iyer. Down the lane again, she drives. And again, she lays it in softly off the glass. 10 points for Iyer in the first half.
She
And the
driving
lead
the
is.
basket, and she set the record for threes at Altoona.
And Fiskus drives down the lane, and she puts in a floater. So the offense is picking up now for both sides as we come down to the end of the half. Just 12 seconds to go. And getting across the line now was Iyer with 8 seconds to go. Long three from top of the circle. Hits the side of the rim and hits the glass. Rebound for Central PA. Going to be a long three-pointer for Kristen Shimshaw. And it's no good. After a very spirited first half, Blair County leading 41-34. Well, Bernie, very competitive first half. Very fast-moving. We like that. A lot of points. Like to see that. Kids are playing very well.
Yeah, playing together. That's what you'd like to see in anything, but especially in an all-star game where they're making the extra pass, Rich, and again, just doing a real nice job.
All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break here as we get set to bring Krista Thomas up to our perch. I think Neil is getting ready to bring her up now. Once again, our games are being brought to you by Guy J. Landolfi, certified public accountant, and he is the presenting sponsor of our game. And Krista is making her way up to the broadcast position here at Adler Arena. Want to turn her mic on, Bernie? And Krista coming up, making her way up here. So, Krista, we got you a seat. We got you your mic. And welcome in, Krista. Nice to see you again. And welcome back to girls basketball.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
You probably haven't seen too many girls' basketball games with your family, have you?
Well, I know my family has seen a lot of girls basketball, especially my husband, between his sister and myself.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. Well, it's all right, Krista. A great career at Altoona, obviously, then went to Duquesne, two-time Street and Smith honorable mention All-American. And then Duquesne, where you got the scholarship, you played 108 games. And, you had quite a career, in your tenure.
Yeah, yep. It really started even into grade school. I won a CYO championship.
She's one of those Catholic school kids, Rich.
Don't go there,
Yes.
Bernie.
and going into Altoona, being coached under our Tanny Hills program, surrounded by a lot of talented women, late young ladies at the time. It was, and then going on to Duquesne and playing with local Jill Tate, got to experience, that Atlantic 10 conference and travel the world and meet a lot of good people.
Well, Krista, recently you and your husband Brian have been at a lot of games that I've been to with your boys both going to Bishop Guilfoyle, and unfortunately this year your son Trevor suffered an injury off season, and unfortunately it took away his senior year, which really meant a lot to the Bishop Guilfoyle program, because I think with him in there, we probably would have been playing in Hershey with the team that BG had. But talk about your experience now as a parent, watching your sons grow up and go through the high school experience.
Yeah, we're definitely a family of basketball. We love it. March Madness, great time of year for our family. Trevor's injury definitely was you don't want to see your son lose his senior year, and Rich, yeah, what could have happened, we don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's just been great. Besides the injuries, my kids have met a lot of great friends that they'll have for a lifetime. So.
Well, Krista, with you and Brian both playing sports, I mean, I'm sure the transition when your son got hurt, I mean, helping him along the way really meant a lot to him and to the family to help ease him through the whole process.
Sure, yeah. Like I said, you don't want to see your son. I mean, for those parents out there that have had an injury that has taken their son or daughter out of the game for a season, they can relate. It's the hardest thing to see them go through, but that's part of life, and this is a learning experience that he'll probably he'll grow from.
Yeah. And he's going to have a great career. When he goes down to school in Florida, it's going to be fantastic. Has he decided on a major?
He's undecided, leaning towards business of some sort,
Okay.
Accounting, finance, marketing, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, Krista, watching this game here and playing in the area that you played in, we know with our Tan Hills teams, we know how focused you all were, and we know that you played with such great intensity. Do you still see that in the game today, since it's been a few years since you played, but here we are now at this point in time, and the game has changed a lot.
It definitely has changed. And I'll make, everybody listening, it's actually been 30 years since I was playing in this game.
Wow.
Hard to believe, I know. It makes us all feel young, right?
Absolutely it does.
The
31?
game has changed. And, the player I played with my back to the basket. You don't see that much anymore.
Don't see it, right.
And obviously going through the recruiting process with my sons, and every coach wants somebody that can do it all, and not just being that solid five or that that 3-point shooter. They want you to be able to do it all and guard every position.
Well, Chris, you see that in men's and women's games, say in college, that there are very few back to the basket players, and everybody that plays can both inside and outside, and you've got to be a threat no matter where you play.
Absolutely, yeah. And like that, on that defensive end, you got to guard. You got to be able to be that 5 player and guarding that switch on that 1.
Now, going back to when you were at Duquesne, how was that transition for you at Duquesne? Did you have to play facing the basket at Duquesne when you got to college?
I did. I was I was mainly a 5, but I did have a lot more opportunity. I did at Altoona too. The high-low. I'm not a 3-point shooter. I did make a couple in my career. But yeah, I wasn't. It was still similar to what I played at Altoona.
Well, Krista, without giving away any secrets, I got to ask you, because one of my next door neighbor at one time was Sandy Baker. And Sandy and I used to talk basketball all the time, and she knew I was involved in radio, and I talked to her about her days playing at Altoona. What was it really like playing for Coach Tannehill? I mean, we all saw the intensity on the court, but was it that way all the time?
Yes, he was intense, whether he was checking up and seeing if you were getting your shots in at the summer, out at Mansion back in the day. He, as a player, he was definitely hard to play for, but looking back as an adult, he really, he made me who I am, that hard worker. My parents had a part of it too, but
I'm sure.
He was intense, but he loved the game, and he was successful. And you have to, I still keep in touch with him. He's great. Great coach.
He's in Virginia now, right?
He still might be in South Carolina.
I think he's in South Carolina.
I thought it was South Carolina, but I heard he moved back.
Yeah, he spends a lot of time with Debbie.
Coach, I apologize when you hear this, but I got some misinformation with that, But,
Krista, I got to ask you one last question. What's it like to get that gold medal draped around your neck? And at that time, it was the Hershey Park Arena.
It was.
So there was something really special about, and it's called a barn because it's a hockey barn.
Right,
But
right.
what is it like getting that gold medal placed around your
Well,
neck?
I think the first part of it is getting hit by Hershey Kisses.
Well, yeah.
That
hurts.
I got that twice. I love that. I'll do it again. It's but yeah, all the hard work. It was great to go out my senior year with a gold medal around my neck.
Well, Krista, I have to ask you, were you one of the ones, was it your team that at whatever, if you had a practice that you laid down at the jump circle, center jump circle,
yes,
and you got, like did a snow bunnies or something like
Oh
that.
yeah,
Or
just
snow
the
angels.
snow
I'm
angels.
sorry.
Yep,
I
yep.
apologize.
Back at the old Hershey Arena. Yeah.
And
Yep.
Rich, they used to paint their fingernails. I think different colors
I
every
don't
time they won.
know.
I've been part of that. Krista.
But, Krista, it's an honor to be here. It's an honor to have you here, and so happy to see that you and Brian brought your kids to Bishop Guilfoyle. I'm sure they had a great experience, and wish them nothing but the best. And I hope Trevor does well. And you made the right decision because you had to look at the big picture.
Right.
I know it had to be extremely hard,
Yep.
but he's going to have better days ahead.
Yes. Yep. He was he had good attitude with the whole thing.
That's
so.
wonderful. Yeah, he's good. Well, it comes from good stock. And I saw you walk in with your mom and dad. Please give them my best time.
I
said
will.
hello. Okay?
I will.
I hope they're doing well.
They are. They are. Thank you.
Krista, thank you so very much, and
Thanks for having me.
congratulations.
Bye.
Good luck to you.
Krista Thomas, our honorary captain for our girls' game, which is a very good game here at halftime. Blair County leading 41-34, and of course, as you heard, Krista is a former member of the Altoona Lady Lions, one of their 4 state championship teams under Art Tannehill, and still today the only coach to win a state championship at Altoona. Mark Sapita, I believe, got him there once or twice after that, but Coach Tannehill still the only coach in Altoona history to bring back the gold, and he brought it back 4 times. And also, Bernie, 2 of those championships came with that USA Today national title distinction. So it was really big back in the day.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Brian here a little bit rich, but my daughter had a part. She was in 2 of them.
Absolutely.
And Western Finals one of the years, and it was a great experience. But Krista's right. They worked, they pushed, but they deserved it, as does Guilfoyle, obviously. Because they put in the time.
And anyone that has gotten to the state championship games over the years really deserves accolades, because that is so very hard to do. Not only to get through the state playoffs, but to get to the state finals alone. Getting through the playoffs is hard enough, but getting to the state finals and then winning is an accomplishment all by itself. And to all of the teams that have made it throughout the years, a lot of them from Blair County and a lot of them from District 6, because girls basketball in District 6 is very, very powerful.
People know where they are, Rich.
Yes,
There's no
we
question
do.
about that. They know District 6.
Absolutely. All right, second half is underway, and Central PA with the ball.
Art and Dave Adams.
And John Frederick.
Yeah.
They pretty much started it.
Well, Dave before John.
Yes.
And the other one is the Hoovers, Dick and Betty Hoover in
Yes,
Holliesburg.
absolutely.
Got things started and made basketball, important part of the athletic programs in their respective schools.
And literally throwing that ball up and going in was Sienna Kirsch from Cambria Heights, and it's now 41-36 as Elena Iyer drains a long 3 for Blair County. And right now, at this point, they'll trade 3 for 2.
Yeah, she has a great stroke.
All right, that's another 3-point field goal. I don't know by whom.
Was that Vinglas?
I don't know. I did not see who shot it. Taking that shot was Mara Dixon, and the shot was no good. And Central PA comes back the other way, and I believe it was Vinglish. And the ball was stolen away by Blair County. Iyer goes up. She's going to miss the layup, uncontested, and the rebound comes off to Sheehan.
It was a layup, Rich. It was too close.
Driving down the lane, up and good is Sienna Kirsch, and she'll get an old-fashioned 3-point play, as Central PA has come out running here in the third quarter. And they've cut the lead to 44-41, and she'll get a free throw for the 3-point play. Picking up the foul was Dessa Boyles.
Yeah, Sienna Kirsch, the second all-time leading scorer to Cambria Heights, Rich. And participates in soccer and track and field as well.
Starting the second half with a loud bang as she hits 5 points already. And it's 44-42 with a minute and a half gone by. Long 3-point field goal from the wing is good for Blair County by Mara Dixon of Central. And she now is on the scoreboard with 3, and it's 47-42. Shot was missed, and the rebound taken out of the air by Blair County. Back the other way comes Elena Iyer. Elena down the lane to the paint, to the blocks, and she hits again. Elena Iyer with another 2, and she is rapidly pulling away for an MVP vote here for me. She's got 15 points.
She's playing the game well.
She is. That is Sheehan out on the wing for 3, gives it off to Link. They're my 2 TV guests right there.
There you go.
Sheehan and Link.
Making you proud, Rich.
Yep, Vinglish down low. Gets through a double team, keeps the dribble somehow back to Sheehan. That is Abigail with it. Her twin sister is on the team as Abigail. Pass knocked away, stolen away by Rinaldi from Blair County up to Iyer. And Milena with an 8-foot jumper misses. Rebound tipped away, taken out of the air by Lauren Stevenson. One hand pass across the way. Iyer for 3 off the side of the rim. Rinaldi taps the rebound out of bounds, but they say it was last touched by Elena Sheehan. So the Sheehan twins are on the floor for Central PA with Blair leading 49-42. Iyer with it on the inbounds pass, gets it to Dessa Boyles. Dessa turns in the lane, goes up with the right hand and banks it in. She got shut off at the left, Bernie, so she took the alternative and went right.
Yeah, you talk about Mara Dixon, Rich, from Central, going to Mount Aloysius. Again, an early childhood education major.
Central PA with the ball, and Blair with a 9-point lead. 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Out on the wing, that's Kirsch with it. Sienna drives down the lane, loses her defender with a turnaround move, missed the shot. Rebound, Blair County up ahead to Boyles. She is 1-on-2 and has it knocked away from behind by Abigail Sheehan. It'll stay with Blair County. Now, if you're watching this, the boys' game will follow here as we bring you these games on cable. When they're going to run, I don't know if they'll run back-to-back, but the boys' game will follow this one here at the Adler Athletic Complex. An air ball saved in bounds by Blair County. Lauren Stevenson will reset the offense, goes down the lane, kicks it out on the wing to Boyles, out top to Mara Dixon. Mara drives to the foul line, gives it back to Boyles. Into the corner, Stevenson. Nice pass down low, knocked away by Kirsch. It'll stay with Blair County. 6:27 left in the third, 51-42. Blair has led from the very beginning of this game. They're trying for a wire-to-wire.
Yes.
Let's see that. An Iyer with the ball. Elena drives right down the lane. This time shot blocked. Boy, it looked like a pretty good block, but it's going to be a foul.
She's not, now that you criticizing the officials, Rich, I have to give you a lecture about that.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying what it looked like.
But now she's not afraid to take the ball inside.
Nope, she has 15 points so far for Blair County, and she can give them a double-digit lead again. First one on the way is good. And Bernie, I don't know if we alluded to this or not, but Milena Iyer is a very fortunate young lady, surviving a terrible, terrible accident last summer where she was impaled after a car accident, and it was not known if she was ever going to play again.
Oh,
but with a remarkable recovery. And, it is so good to see her out here. And I'm sure that everyone in the Altoona High community was very thankful to see her not only recover but play. And very, very fortunate young lady.
That's fantastic for her. I did not know that. That's
it was
wonderful
a
news.
Terrible accident. Ball out front, knocked away and stolen by Blair County as the blue-clad Blair County basketball players look to start running away with this. Lob down low to Bella Vent. 4-foot jumper around the rim and in for Bella. That's her 12th point. And Blair County starting to open this up now. It's 55-42 with 5:55 left in the third quarter. Link over to Sheehan. That would be Elena Sheehan. Now to Vinglish, top of the circle, left side to Abigail Sheehan. She likes to be called Abigail, not Abby.
All right.
So I've gotten that down pretty much since I met her back in the month of April.
And she made you a star.
Ball stolen away by Laney Wilt. Laney's going to run away from the crowd, go in and lay it in.
Both ends of the floor, Rich.
Yep. And Blair County, Bernie, starting to flex their muscles here. They're up now by 15 points here in the third quarter. This is rare for Blair County. They don't get many games like this in this situation. Out top, Kara Link for 3. Long way. It's an air ball. And Bella Vent will let it go harmlessly out of bounds to get the ball back to Blair County. Once again, our games here at the Adler Arena at Penn State Altoona being brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Guy J. Landolfi, accountant, certified public accountant, and tax expert. Stop by and see Guy J. Landolfi. His offices are on Union Avenue in Altoona, and thank him for being the sponsor for the Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic.
And Rich, you're not going to see a finer facility than you here at Penn State Altoona. You know, Brent Baer, the athletic director, facility director, John Carey, Skip Dry helping out, with everything. And, these guys, Neil puts together Neil's a great delegator, but I say that in a very positive fashion.
A lot of parts to the machine that puts this game together. Hawbaker nails a 3, and that's just what Central PA needed at this point. They're still down by a dozen, but they needed some points, and they needed them quickly and got them. And now Blair County with the ball back. Heim with it. Dribbles right into the hands of Ultimus. She stole the ball away. Alyssa Ultimus of Penns Manor playing for her head coach one final time here. That would be Jason Maloser. And down low, going up, Shimshak with the shot. Missed a second time. May have been blocked by Heim. And Blair County has the ball. Pass up court, stolen away by Alexis Mumau. Up ahead to Shimshaw. And she goes and banks it in. And all of a sudden, it's down to a 10-point game. So Central PA making a run. Heim comes up the middle. We're getting a little helter-skelter here, Bernie.
Yeah.
Clapper for a long 3. Back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Goffis. Riley kicks it back out to Wilt. Foul line. Jumper, no good. Rebound taken out of there by Mumau. Here comes Central PA. Can cut this thing to 8. Knocked away by Laney Wilt. Out of bounds.
One thing about this game, Rich, you know that these kids aren't going to quit. They're going to play. There's some pride because they'll see each other in the summer, and they're going to be able to say, hey, I scored on you, or our team won and yours didn't.
This has been a hard-fought game since the very beginning, but very clean.
Yeah.
Very, very good game. As we said, a lot of talented players on this floor. Out front, dribbling out with it is Ultimus. She gets it over to Mumau. Back to Ultimus, cutting down the lane, and Alyssa Heim there to knock it away to prevent what could have been an easy layup.
It was interesting, Rich, when we talked to Krista Ream that how she even alluded to how the game has changed. You know, with a young lady her size, having to play facing the basket too. And the more you watch women's basketball today, and you'll see some great games tomorrow night. They all play facing the basket.
And a long 3-point field goal in the corner from Altoona's Laney Wilt. And that'll stem the Central PA tide a little bit. And it gives Blair a 60-47 lead. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Cutting down the lane is Ultimus, and she was grabbed by Laney Wilt or pushed. That's going to be a foul on Laney. Not many fouls to report here tonight. And
no, they let them play, Rich.
Yeah, they're letting them play. And as I said, it's been a very clean game so far. They're just playing good basketball.
Yeah.
It's what any coach wants, especially from an all-star game. And it's really been a decently played game. And the inbounds pass.
Absolutely.
Stolen away, and here comes Blair County. That is Wilt with it. Up ahead to a cutting Bell Event. Beautiful pass and finish.
One thing, Bell Event, I mean, she's a great condition. She runs the floor. All right, and she's had some players at Hollingsburg and even tonight that have found her, given her the ball, and she produces.
Back to the big lead for Blair County. Bepler driving down the lane, gives it off to a 3-point field goal for Alexis Mumau. Missed. Wilt rebounds up ahead to Heim. Alyssa Heim drives down the lane, falls down. Oh boy!
You get nervous when you
and she's got that left knee bandaged, Bernie, and she fell on it, but she got right up and she's okay. And I know Dad's here.
Dave and Angela cringed a little bit on that one.
I want to congratulate Dave, by the way. Bernie, he got an assignment to work one of the state championship games in the Giants Center back in March. So congratulations to Dave Heim, one of the District 6 officials who made it down there. 2 crews made it down this year.
Well, Dave's a great official, but again, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
No, there you go.
His father, was fantastic official with Ron Rickon. Both have passed, but when you saw them in the game, Rich, as a coach, you knew that you were in good hands. That's for sure.
Absolutely, Dave Heim, one of the true statesmen.
Yes.
Of officiating in the PIAA. He was heavily involved, and what a wonderful man Dave was.
And he respected both of them, he and
absolutely.
Mr. Rickens.
Yep. Cutting down the lane was Alyssa Ultimus with a basket, and Central PA trying again to climb back in this thing. It is now 62-49, 2 minutes to go. Third quarter, Blair County leads. Heim with it on the wing to Green. Green launches an air ball. That ball just took off on a hook, and Central PA comes out with it. They run the fast break. It's down the lane for Hallbaker. She throws it over the hole. Rebound tipped into the arms of Lauren Stevenson for Hollidaysburg. She gets away from trouble. Up ahead to Alyssa Himes.
That's good about Lauren. She always keeps her head up, Rich.
Stevenson for 3, top of the circle. Good. So the Hollidaysburg connection lines up for a basket there. And it's another 3, and it's now 65-49. Pepler drives down, misses the layup. Rebound off to Jenna Norton. Here comes Blair County again. And Blair County, I don't want to jinx them, but Bernie, they're on their way to perhaps a nice big victory here, leading by 16.
Rich, I don't think you could jinx any team. I mean, how many state championships have you been involved with? Doing the
Been many.
broadcasting?
There have been many.
Yeah.
A lot recently too, football and basketball.
Yeah. I forgot about football. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun ride. I can't deny it.
I have to ask you this, Rich. Do they rub your belly before the game?
No.
Okay.
They don't see me before the game, and I wouldn't let them anyway. Down the lane goes one of the Central PA players. That was Alyssa Altimus. She lost the ball.
It was good to see at St. Francis when you were across the way. And I know St. Francis was your favorite band.
I'm just going to let that alone. And down the lane, Blair County misses a tough shot from Elena Green. And they'll come back up now, Will Central PA, with 40 seconds to go. Bepler from about 16 feet, she hits. Cammie Bepler with a beautiful-looking jump shot.
Yeah, averaged 16 for McCourt under John Hahn and 7 rebounds a game for McCourt.
Bishop McCourt, the state runner-up this year, to Berlin.
Yes.
They played down in Hershey, and Berlin won that game by 12 points, so congratulations to Berlin. Their second championship in the last 6 seasons.
Did they play each other during the regular season, Rich, do you know?
I don't know, Bernie. I don't believe so. Down the lane goes Alyssa Heim. Beautiful move from Alyssa. She banks it in, and Blair County really flexing its offensive muscles. Bepler down the lane. 2 seconds. 1. It's on the way from Hawbaker. Front of the rim, no good. After 3, it is Blair County 67, Central PA 51.
I have to chuckle here a little bit, Rich. It's nice to see Alyssa Heim shoot the basketball because she was so unselfish when she played for Hollingsburg. I mean, great team player, great defender, look for the open person. But to see her shoot the ball today, it's really nice to see her get rewarded for that.
We'll take a little bit of a break here and be right back.
Now, Rich, I know you're on top of this. Was that a 26-17 third quarter for Blair County?
I gave 2 more points than I should have to Central PA. I missed a couple of points somewhere. Something like that, Bernie. We're trying to do this on the fly, folks. And
now we're even because now that's the first mistake I've ever seen you make.
I got 26 for Blair, but I got 19 for Central PA, but they only scored 17. Oh, I know what I did. I had 1 3-point field goal that I counted for 5 points. So my math is off, so I got it right now. End of 3 at 67-51. Looking good for Blair, but we still have 10 minutes to go. And at the end of the game, we'll have our MVPs from both Blair and Cambria counties. I'm pretty sure I know which way I'm going to go here. As we get underway for the fourth quarter. And Blair with the ball in a 16-point lead. Driving down the lane is Lauren Stevenson for Blair County. Lauren to the baseline. Inside, the pass goes to Jenna Norton. Her shot blocked, taken out of the air by Central PA, and the red-clad Central PA ladies run the other way. Sheehan with it, over on the wing to long 3-point field goal for Madison Peterson.
I'll tell you, very nice looking shot from the young lady from Glendale.
And it's 67-54. Stevenson tries for a reciprocal 3. Missed it. Rebound saved in bounds, but to the wrong team for Blair County. Raynali saved it, but right into the hands of Lily Fiskus. She's going to drive all the way down, miss it, get her own rebound, put it back, miss a second attempt, get her own rebound again, kick it back out to Gracie Vinglish for 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Blair rebounds. That would be Lauren Stevenson. Up ahead to Leah Clapper. Clapper down the lane for Raynali, and an 8-foot jumper from Anastasia Raynali from Williamsburg is good. And it's now 69-54 for Blair County. 8:47 left in the contest.
Anastasia said she loved playing with her teammates this year. She really enjoyed that.
Long 3 from Sheehan. That would be Elena Sheehan has missed. Fiskus with the rebound putback, missed it. And Blair rebounds. Up ahead to Clapper. That would be Leah Clapper. Down the lane, up with the left hand. Goes up with the shot. She'll get 2 free throws. Blair County, Bernie, still being aggressive, going right to the hoop every chance they get.
You're exactly right. It's a pickup game of sorts, but you're still trying to win.
Oh, absolutely. When you put the uniform on, you want to win.
Absolutely.
You want to win. Free throws missed by Leah Clapper. 69-54 Blair with 8.5 minutes to go. Blair County has not fared well the last few years in this game, but they're looking really good tonight. Second free throw is no good, but the rebound is taken out of the air by Jenna Norton. Gives it back to Stevenson for three. That looked like it was good, but it was outside the net. Raynali gets the rebound, saved in bounds, and then misses the shot. And then the rebound is taken away by Madison Peterson. Up ahead to Lily Fiskus, right down the lane. Gives it off, jump shot on the wing, no good. From Gracie Vinglish, and Blair takes the ball back the other way.
Nice look ahead.
Nice
Beautiful
look ahead. Raynali lost the dribble, but picks it back up. Nearly stolen by Sheehan. Clapper with it. Out front now to Raynali. Nope, they don't give it to her. They give it to Green. That would be Elena Green of Tyrone. Elena pulls up from 18 feet, shoots at about 20.
I don't think we've hit the rim yet.
Little adrenaline rush there, maybe.
Yeah.
We come back the other way with Central PA. Fiskus left alone, goes up from three. It's on the way, front of the rim. Rebound taken out of the air by Lauren Stevenson. Hollidaysburg. Lauren runs the other way. Up ahead. Nice pass. Nice, beautiful pass and a finish from Anastasia Raynali.
I mean, that's Lauren. Keeps her head up. Hits the open person, unselfish player.
On target pass at 71-54. Long three from Sheehan. That would be Elena Sheehan. Missed it. Twin sister Abby with the rebound. Sorry, Abigail. And then Fiskus goes up with a shot blocked, but she was fouled. And picking up the foul for Blair County, Lauren Stevenson. No one in foul trouble, just a few players with two. And it'll be Lily Fiskus at the line for Central PA for two. 7:13 left in the game. 71-55. Free throw is good from Lily Fiskus. That's her 6th point here in today's game. Checking in now, Dessa Boyles from Central. Also, Mara Dixon from Central. The two Lady Dragons enter the lineup for Coach Chris Flegel of Altoona, piloting the Blair County ship so far to a wire-to-wire lead and possible victory. Fiskus gets both free throws, and it's 71-56 for Blair, coming up on the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Stevenson over to Clapper. Leah Clapper down the lane with a hesitation move. Puts her back to the basket, down the lane, cutting to the basket. Stevenson short on the shot. Rebound for Elena Sheehan. Up ahead, gets it to Vinglish. Gracie Vinglish of Cambria Heights. On the wing to Madison Peterson from Glendale. Maddie drives down the lane, shot off the bottom of the board. And it was last touched by Maddie, and it's out of bounds to Blair County.
Blair County trying to add some more points to the total here, Rich.
Here comes Blair County with it, with a 71-56 lead with 6:27 to go. Long three from Dixon in the corner is no good. Mara Dixon, but Blair County gets the rebound. Clapper down the lane through the defense. Beautiful move from Leah Clapper, and she banked it in.
Really nice.
Clapper for two.
Now it's 73-56, a 17-point lead for Blair County. Looking good with 6:05 left for Blair County. Again, they've been on the short end of many of these games. Fiskus, down the lane. Boy, she's a tough player. Loves to drive to the basket.
Like I said,
and, as it makes it look easy.
11-6.
Out of bounds, play goes off of Lily Fiskus from Huntington. And it'll come over to Blair County. 73-56, Blair with the lead, just 5:50 left. This
so
could be
impressive how these teams are playing so well together.
Well, a lot of them were playing just until recent weeks before this game in the state playoffs, so they still have their touch.
Yeah, but unselfish. Of course, I will tell you, I'm not going to tell you mention names, but a couple told me the other night when we saw them at the Summit, they hadn't touched the ball since the end of their season. You know.
Ball tipped into the hands of Fiskus. Lily drives down, banks it in again.
By Fiskus.
Lily Fiskus with 9 points. And it's now 73-58. Another 5 coming in for Blair County as we get to the halfway point of the fourth quarter. Lauren Stevenson drives down, gives it off to Boyles. Back to Stevenson, behind the arc for three. Little too long on the shot. Rebound taken out of the air by Gracie Vinglish.
You talk about Fiskus. She's the president of her student council, you know, Bearcats for Christ. I mean, she's, again, Rich, that's why I think extracurricular activities are so important for anybody. You know, I don't care if it's music, sports, whatever, but get them involved because a lot of good things happen to them. And you know this better than I. Employers look for those things too.
Well, they do. It's part of the whole package.
Yeah.
As Blair County tries to go down low, Boyles pass. Boyles could not catch the pass from Leah Clapper. And now we'll have wholesale subs for each team. 10 new players on the floor with 4:43 to go. As Blair County getting out to a 73-58 lead. It's going to be tough for Central PA to come back in this game.
I would say it's in favor of Blair County now, Rich. I think I agree with that.
Jessica Hawbaker gets the ball up to Cammie Beppler, now to Mumau. That would be Alexis Mumau of Penns Manor dribbling out front. Mumau tries to get past Wilt as the defender spins down the lane to the left, almost pulled off a beautiful move, and she'll get 2 free throws for her efforts.
I'm telling you, Rich, with a young lady, you know, as big as she is, I mean, that's 5'10". That's a great move, a good spin move back into the middle, and very strong.
2 shots for Alexis Mumau. She misses the first. 4:25 left. Blair County leading 73-58. They have led from the opening 3-point field goal. Second free throw is good, 1 of 2 for Mumau. And it's 73-59. Back the other way comes Blair County. Bellavent back on the floor for Blair County. Spins away to the left, goes high off the glass, and Bellavent banks it in for Blair County.
That was good deception by Bella. Fake back into the middle and then spun back to her left.
It really was.
Nice
Mumau
move.
with it, top of the circle. Double team, comes back to the right, goes to the foul line, to the blocks, to the paint, to the glass, off the glass, no good. Rebound taken out of the air by Alyssa Ultimus. Down low, and the basket is good for Kira Link. Kira's 4th point tonight, and it's 75-61 for Blair County. Jump shot, good for Milena Iyer. She continues to have the hot hand for Blair County, 77-61. That is Iyer's 19th point.
She looks like she's having fun, Rich.
Yeah, she is. Yep, she really is.
Oh,
We know it was a disappointing end for Altoona for their season
yeah.
in the second round of the playoffs. And, boy, fighting to get that rebound back after a missed shot was Alexis Mumau,
But you
and
know,
she
Rich,
makes the shot.
as disappointing as it was, you can't take anything away from the 24-3 record that they
No,
had.
absolutely not. Winning the Mid-10,
Yep.
winning District 6. Pass out of bounds. It'll stay with Blair County with 3:14 left. It is 77-63 for Blair County. Lainey Wild hit the first 3 of the game, and Blair County has led ever since.
Yeah, she showed no signs of nervousness at all. I mean,
No.
good for her.
I don't think any of them are nervous. There's Iyer stepping back for 3. It hits the front of the rim. Rebound taken out of the air by Central PA. That would be Alexis Mumau with it, guarded by Riley Goffis. Now, this is what Riley did best for Bishop Guilfoyle. She hounded and hounded people until they just gave up the ball. Down the lane goes Kara Link. She was fouled by Bellavent. And Kara will get 2 free throws for Central PA.
Personal fouls on Bellavent.
So it'll be 2 shots for Kara Link.
Link will be at the line.
77-63 Blair with 2:51 left. Free throw is no good.
Another.
And Rich, as you said, what's nice about this is when it's all said and done, they'll all be friends at the end.
I think they will. Second free throw is good. Link gets 1 of 2. And it's now 77-64 for Blair County. 2:45 to go on the clock. Heim drives the lane. Alyssa stopped at the blocks. Rebound taken away from Goffis by Central PA. And here comes, I want to say the Red Devils, but they're not the Red Devils. These teams don't have nicknames. Down low, pass knocked away by Heim, but picked up by Link. Kiera throws it over the hole, and the rebound is put back in by Alyssa Altimus.
For 2.
Hey, Rich, 2:24 to go, 11-point game.
I still think it's a big mountain to climb, but you never know. And they're really not using the clock here, Bernie. They just keep going at the basket like that. From 3 from Wilt, she misses. Rebound tipped into the hands of Alyssa Heim, and Alyssa going to drive down the lane to Riley Goffis. Riley down low, the pass for Vent knocked away, but picked back up somehow by Lainey Wilt.
Yeah.
She come out of nowhere to get that loose
In
ball.
the right spot at the right time, Rich.
And Alexis Mumau picks up the foul, and it will send Lainey Wilt of Altoona to the line for two. She can get into double figures if she gets both here. With 1:58 left, 77-66. Now 78-66.
I forgot to ask her mom, Casey, like, who would win in one-on-one, if they both played. Casey was a heck of a player in high school as well.
Certainly was. Second free throw from Laney is also good. 79-66. Blair, minute 55 left. Out front, Altimus with it. Alyssa drives down to the baseline, stopped there by Heim. Good defense. The ball out front, knocked away from Kirsch. Taken away by Blair County. Here comes Laney Wilt leading a 3-on-2. Up ahead to Goffis. She tipped it to Heim. Back to Goffis, but Alyssa was out of bounds, and it will be Blair County on defense as Lauren Stevenson will check back in for her Hollidaysburg teammate, as they will now look forward to graduation, as will all of these seniors.
That's right. You see Hollidaysburg, Bishop Guilfoyle, and Altoona represented out on the floor now this last minute and a half.
Yep. Three very, very talented programs, say the least. Long three-pointer was missed by Beppler, then she knocks the rebound out of bounds with 1:22 to go. And Blair County going to win it, so they're going to break at least last year or the year before.
Yeah, well, Hollidaysburg's coach a little shaky, Rich.
Say what?
I said Hollidaysburg's coach a little shaky.
I don't think so. Iyer drives down the lane, misses completely, but may have been knocked away from her. In the backcourt, Hollidaysburg's Bella Vent pressuring along with Iyer. And down low they go to Kara Link. Kara banks it in from down low. She's having a nice fourth quarter. And then a steal and another layup. And all of a sudden, it's 79-70.
And that was Alyssa Altimus.
Yep, she gets another basket. And now Blair with just 47 seconds. They'd be wise to just hold on to the ball. And another turnover, but this one was a kick ball. And it'll stay with Blair County with just 46 seconds to go.
Well, Rich, was this your pre-game favorite here?
No. And a pass tipped inbound, stolen away. And Link gets the ball, and she's fouled by Bella Vent. Bella picks up her third foul with 40 and a half seconds to go. Luckily, Blair has a big enough lead here, Bernie, or they could be in a little bit of trouble. There had been more time left. Out front, Vent and Altimus collide, nothing called. Link with it on the far right side, 30 seconds to go. And Central PA using time down the lane. Up with a shot and in goes Alyssa. Alyssa.
7-point game with 23 seconds to go, Rich.
Kirsch makes it 79-72. And Jason Meloser calls a timeout. Less than half a minute to go. And boy, Blair all of a sudden, Bernie's falling apart here.
Yeah, they missed some easy buckets, and that happens. The team hustles and doesn't give up.
.21 fourth quarter from Central PA to only 12 for Blair County. And Blair led by as many as 17 at one point. Now lead by only 7, but there's only 23.7 left.
You know what else, Rich, we have to thank, and we'll do this during the boys' game too, but Grosso Foods, Ryan Listokey, who gives the time up at the Summit, and Pepsi, and Rob Bergonia, who's in charge of Proactive Sports.
With the uniforms that you see the teams wearing.
Yes.
Inbounds pass being knocked around. Blair County picks it up across midcourt. Just 15 seconds to go, and looks like they'll run it out. So a great competitive game between Blair and Central PA, and Blair will get a win here, and they will be wire to wire. You don't see that very often as the Blair team dribbles it out with just 3 seconds to go. 79-72, Blair County wins it. And listen to the applause for both teams. It was. The PA announcer says great game for both teams. And now they'll tally up all the ballots for MVP, and we'll wait on that. And
they haven't come up and gotten ours yet, though, Rich, but that's okay.
Yeah, we each get a ballot for MVP.
Yeah, they used to send some kids up, and
well, neither one of us can get out of our seats right now.
I'm going up and down one time, Rich.
So Blair County wins it. They led wire to wire, 79-72, although the final score won't indicate that Blair County pretty much dominated this game throughout, but give Central PA credit for coming back and making a game of it. Mike Boydum We want to try to get his attention up here. We got 2 votes up here, fellas.
Yeah. Well, they forget about us, Rich.
I guess, we're always the last guys on the bus. We're always the last ones picked for the team.
At this time, I'd like to recognize the most outstanding player
Well,
for both teams. First,
we'll see if we
for
were right.
Central PA.
Okay, we will see. Central PA, the most outstanding player.
Oh, you dropped your readers, huh?
In the first quarter. We're waiting. I'm trying to get somebody's attention down there that we have ballots and ours aren't going to be counted.
No.
I wish I could yell down there to get somebody's attention, but we might have to swing votes, Bernie.
That could have been Rich. We'll see what happens.
They're getting the trophies ready for the presentation, and that will conclude the girls'
We'll cause some controversy here, huh?
Well, why give them to us if they're not going to come get them? Mike Boydum of the Altoona Mirror is going to present the trophies, I
Well
guess.
deserved. Mike does a great job.
Oh,
as
he
you
does.
said.
Yep.
On both teams, there'll be 2 awards. First, from Central PA,
Well, we'll see if we're right.
the most valuable honorable player is Sienna Kirsch.
Ooh, well, that's not what Bernie and I had, but that's the way it goes sometimes. So Sienna Kirsch of Cambria Heights gets the most outstanding player for Central Pennsylvania, and now Blair County.
The Blair County team, the most outstanding player from Altoona High School, Melena Iyer.
And Melena Iyer with a great night, according to my book, Bernie. She ended up with 19 points. She had an all-around great game, though.
She played well. Wasn't nervous, Rich. It's good to see, and again, well-deserved.
Absolutely. So there are your outstanding players for the game. And a big congratulations to Melena Iyer of Blair County and Altoona High School for the most outstanding player for Blair. And for Central PA, it was Sienna Kirsch representing Cambria Heights. And now, Bernie, the finality will set in now with most of these players that this was it.
Yep, Rich, I'll tell you, well-played game. Both teams and all the group of young ladies have to be proud of the way they played and represented their schools and their communities. And it was fun to watch.
It was fun. It was a very good, very competitive game. Both teams played hard right to the very end, and that's all you can ask. And again, for not having a lot of practice time or just together time,
Exactly.
they seem to have enjoyed the game and really had it down here tonight.
Exactly right.
All right, so that's it for our girls broadcast. Again, thank you to Guy J. Landolfi, certified public accountant and tax preparer, for being our presenting sponsor of the 18th annual Altoona Mirror Basketball Classic. Here for the girls, and the boys game will be coming up as we record these games here on April the 3rd here at the Adler Arena at Penn State Altoona. The boys game will be coming up in just a little while here at Adler, and hope you enjoyed the presentation of the girls game. And now, please look for a scheduling of the boys game, which will follow here, and be set for more exciting action as we'll get the boys game here in the 18th annual Altoona Mirror All-Star Classic. So for Bernie Jubeck, referee Rich saying so long from PSU Altoona for now.